back to It's Time for Tea. My name is Princess Nay, and today I'm going to give you the perks of being a feminine woman. So a lot of people don't know that there are many perks of being a feminine woman versus a masculine woman, and you get things out of life more being more feminine and having kindness. So the first perk that I want to tell you about is high self-esteem. When you become a feminine woman, you build a big layer of self-esteem versus, being insecure or carrying on like negativity from your past and things of such. Being a feminine woman, you cannot carry on things from your past because it will keep your self-esteem down, mainly when it comes to dating or getting a certain job or being around certain people. You feel that you're not on their level. You have to always feel like beautiful. You have to always feel that you're good enough to be with a certain type of man. You have to always feel like you're good enough to have a certain type of job, being around certain type of people. There's nothing wrong with educating yourself before you're around certain people or at certain events. There's nothing wrong with prepping yourself before you go on a date with a certain type of man. You have to build self-esteem in all aspects. And when it comes to life, high self-esteem is very important, and it also attracts high value men who possibly could be rich. They definitely love a woman with high self-esteem. They don't like the one who's conceited, but they want someone who understands who she is, where she's going, and definitely her worth. Number 2, high value circles. One of the good things about being a feminine woman and being around more high value circles is that you can be around people that's more like doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, and things like that. I noticed that me being a feminine woman, I am introduced to people who actually have a means in life, people who actually are going places. If I was in a area where there's a lot of crime or possibly things that had nothing to do with me, people who know me know that I would be out of place. They would literally ask me, why are you here around these certain type of people? Because you are more prone to be around classier people. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be around more classier people. It's for your own safety, mainly as a woman or a black woman. I think that it is important to be around more people who understand the importance of being positive. You don't want to be around, anything that's danger or just dangerous areas in general. You want to be around more people that's on your level, or the level that at least you're trying to get to. In order to level up as a woman, you have to be around more women who are feminine like you. You have to be around more women who understand the importance of having their own, being wives, having children, wanting security, wanting high credit scores, and things of such like that. I find there's nothing wrong with wanting to just be around different people. I don't find anything wrong with that. Being around more high value people, you are introduced to like different events that you're probably not normally welcome to, due to the fact because you don't know no one at the event, or you have more opportunities when it comes to in the job world, or maybe going on trips. More people are willing to invite you out to a all-girls trip versus a masculine woman who they possibly know likes to start drama, likes to go places and fight, don't have no type of couth or no type of etiquette. So you definitely want to be around more people who are in these inner circles, possibly rich circles, because they will introduce you to other rich people, and that can possibly make you the next rich person. Next, I want to say rich men. One of the benefits of being a feminine woman is you attract rich men faster than you would be a masculine woman. If you're a woman who's online all the time and you're basically naked majority of the time, a masculine man who's a provider, who wants things out of life, he's not going to invite or want to go on a date with a woman who does not know her worth. She's always getting undressed for likes on Instagram or any social media. He doesn't want that type of woman. He wants a woman who understands the importance of looking like a lady, being a lady mentally, having like ladylike mindsets, He wants a woman that he can possibly bring around to his family, his friends, also, let me say colleagues. That's also very important. He wants someone on his arm that is very beautiful, takes care of herself, you know, her makeup is always on point, her clothes is always nice, and understand the importance of being a lady. So, you know, that's one of the main things when it comes to meeting rich men. Also, in addition to meeting rich men, you understand the importance of a grown man versus a grown boy. A grown man is not afraid to spend money on you. He's going to take you to more classier places when it comes to dinner, when it comes to events. Like, he would take you out to places like jazz places or to concerts. He would take you out to very, very upscale restaurants. And things like that. He's not going to just be like, oh, well, let's go back to my house for Netflix and chill. No, those are grown boys who do not want anything from you. So if a man is willing to take you back to your house, or just basically to Applebee's, or to just go see a regular movie, he don't really want much, because he doesn't have much to offer. And it's okay if a man doesn't have much to offer. That's just not the man for you. As a feminine woman, you should definitely go for a man who's willing to invest in you, who's willing to get to know you and take you to somewhere that's classy. If you see yourself as a classy woman, you should definitely only go to classy places. In addition to that, when a high value man asks you on a date, like a grown man, he's going to literally go out his way to make sure that y'all two go on dates. He's not going to stand around and say, oh, well, I was going to ask you on a date, but you didn't say you wanted to go, so I didn't say anything. No, that is a grown boy. You need a grown man who plans a date and say, hey, I want to take you here. We have dinner reservations at 7:30. I don't want to be late, so I'm just telling you ahead of time so you can get dressed. That is a grown man, and that is what you attract as a grown woman. In addition to that, when you go on these dates with a grown man, he's literally going to pull out your chair. He's going to open your car door, open the door. He's just going to make sure you have a very nice, evening. That's just what masculine men who are providers, that's what they do. They just want you to have like the best time. And I think that some women confuse little stuff like that, the bare minimum of what some women say, as just a mask, which sometimes it can be. But a man who continuously do these type of things is a man who's looking forward to investing in you. Next, I want to say about removing negative energy. As a feminine woman, you literally will have to remove all negative energy and negative people out your life. We have all encountered friends who are just plain negative. Everything they say is just negative. They find negativity in everything. They find that life is just negative. You don't really want those type of friends in the long term to be around you, due to the fact that you want to be around more positive people who are not complaining, people who are going out the way to make things happen. They're not going to just sit around and let things take its course. You have a more positive mindset. It's like law of attraction. Like for myself, I said I was going to graduate from college, which I did. I said I'm going to go to a HBCU, which I currently am. I said I was going to start a business, which I will very soon. So these type of things are what you tend to adapt to becoming a feminine woman. You are making things happen, so you have to have more of a positive mindset to attract more positive people. And I think that if you are around people who are always negative, people who are always looking for the bad in everything, you will adapt to that, and that will have an attack on your femininity. As a woman, you should always see the positive signs of things, versus always just negative. Next, I want to talk about goals in life. One of the good things about being a feminine woman is that you are able to manifest your goals much quicker than a masculine woman. Masculine women think they have to basically prostitute themselves in order to get ahead. There's a lot of women in this generation who takes Dubai trips to Dubai to allow men to do the most craziest things to their bodies, just so they can come back here and start businesses and say that they worked hard to have these businesses where they are at now. A feminine woman does not have to do that. What you can do as a feminine woman is put the work in, so nobody can discredit you for anything that you have in life right now. This also ties into attracting high value circles. You are around other people who are recommending you to, push to the next level, mainly when it comes to your resume. All about how you carry yourself is a big thing when it comes to your goals, because people will always remember you as the girl, or the young lady who always carries herself nice. So they will recommend you to this person, that person that can help push you to your goals in life. Anything that you want out of life, they would definitely recommend you first. Because first impression is everything, and you want to have a great impression on everybody you encounter, just so that they can remember you as a lady. That also works out with education and money as well. I noticed that with me going to a HBCU and treating people nice that I come in contact with, they always make sure they get things done. So then I can make sure I complete all my classes and be around individuals who they feel is in my circle, that they feel that I should be in. And it also comes with money. Money tends to start like flourishing when you are more feminine. Because it's all about how you treat people. Next, I want to talk about people/men in general. So being a feminine woman, I noticed that men go out their way to make sure that they open the door for me. They're just overly nice. They give me compliments. Even women who want to be more feminine, they give me loads of compliments due to the fact that I take care of myself. I'm always well put together. Even if you don't like wearing a whole lot of makeup like me, which I don't wear pounds and pounds. I just mostly do like my eyes and then stuff on my face. But some women feel they have to wear a whole lot of makeup. You do not. The bare minimum is fine if that's what you want, or you could do eyes like me. But when they see a woman who find the importance of taking care of herself, they tend to like be nicer to you and be kind. There are also people who feel like, oh, well, let me do this for her. They literally almost like they're trying to please you. And I think that's works out, a lot for women. It takes a bit of the ease off, having to always feel like you have to work harder all the time because just to have your presence felt. As a feminine woman, you do not have to be a strong woman, what they like to push, due to the fact that more people are just willing to help you. And that, I noticed that in my church. I noticed that in the workplace. I noticed that at school, and things like that. They will always recommend me for different events. They will always invite me to different places that they feel that I should be at or be around certain people. So that's definitely something that you want to consider. Another fact about being a feminine woman is that you learn etiquette. Well, as I said in my previous videos before, that I was a debutante, and during my debutante time, they taught us etiquette, how to set a table, how to sit and dress like a lady. I know a lot of women, mainly black women, they did not go through the debutante whole series, and that's fine if you didn't. For the young women that possibly are watching, if you're younger than 21, I would recommend that you check out any type of debutante balls in your city. It will teach you a lot about how to be a feminine woman and just a woman in general. I recommend debutante balls to anyone, no matter what race you are. It's definitely helpful, and it definitely pushes you into this society as someone to be respected. I don't want anyone to ever think that being a feminine woman, that we're pushovers, we are pick-me's, or anything like that. We are nothing like that. We are educated women who knows what we want out of life, and we know how to get it. It's not manipulation. It's just how you present yourself to somebody. Anybody who sees that you're presenting yourself as a lady, which isn't as common today, how it used to be probably 1950s, but isn't as common today. It's like a different type of respect they give you, and they're just willing to give manners back, because having etiquette is nothing but just manners. You know, always saying please, you're welcome, thank you, and stuff like that. That's all really etiquette is. It also teaches you, when you have etiquette as a feminine woman, teaches you how to host parties. It also teaches you how to behave in public, what fork to eat with, what spoon to eat with, how to do all different things like that. I'm going to do a whole separate video on dining as a feminine woman and what you should and shouldn't do, mainly on a date with a man that you want to impress. But that's going to be a whole nother video. The next thing that as a feminine woman, you are seen as wife material. Now, women like myself, we want to get married and we want to have kids and we want the whole package. Yes, you can have it. Don't ever think that you cannot have this. You just have to put yourself in a position to be able to let that stuff happen. For example, Ciara was dating the rapper Future, and if anybody know, unfortunately, men like Future are not, at this time right now, probably not marriage material due to the fact of the lifestyle he lives. I'm not saying he would never get married, but he did not see it, and obviously in any of his baby mamas, due to the fact that he only gave him a child, he didn't make him a wife. Which is nothing, taking digs at Future, because I actually like Future as a rapper, but I do understand what type of man he is, and that would not be my type of man to go with, because I'm not interested in the whole rapper, high value type of men. That's not my type of men as high value. And I think I'm gonna do a separate video on rappers versus like doctors and entrepreneurs, stuff like that, and what type of behavior you would get out of both. But furthermore, Ciara actually went with another man. She dated another man, and he gave her everything, that she wanted. He married her first, and then she gave him children. So if you want it all and you want the nice house, you want the nice ring, car, and all that, you can have it. But you have to be seen as a wife material before you actually get wife. A man will look at a feminine woman, and they are good judges of character. So they will see if you're just wearing a mask or if this is who you truly are. This has to be who you truly are, because if you're just looking to bag a rich man, you can get those, anytime. They're just sugar daddies, which I don't recommend as feminine women. But if you want to get a rich man or, a lifestyle, and you want to have this luxury lifestyle, it can definitely happen. Last but not least, you live a happier life. So one of the things as a feminine woman, you can live a happier life. You can have, the nice car. You can have the handsome husband, the kids, flying on trips. You can have the latest bags and shoes. You can actually have all this. And it's actually a happier life when you're not struggling with money or bills attacking you, stressing you out, because stress is not good on anyone, no matter if it's man or woman. A man who's a provider, he's going to make sure that you are not stressed out by bills. He's not going to go 50-50 with you. He is a man who provides. So a man who provides and is a protector, he's not thinking about no 50-50 mindset. That's a grown boy mindset versus a grown man. He is like, no, I am the man. I'm going to provide for you. That's the same thing how it was with my grandfather. He made sure he provided for his family. If my grandmother probably would have quit working, I don't think it would have been much of a strain on the family due to the fact that he built 2 homes for her. But my grandmother did work, which is nothing wrong with working. And that was just 2 incomes, which is always better than 1. But, that's the type of men that I'm going after. Men who are providers. And if you don't have a man in your life who is a provider, it's quite okay. You should look at other men who are providers and take notes of what type of men you are interested in, what type of man you want to provide for you. So that's all I have to say today as being the perks of a feminine woman. If you have any more video suggestions, you can leave them down in the comment section. I did appreciate the ones that you guys left, my other feminine video. And I think I'm going to turn this into an entire series. But until next time, I will see you guys later.